Hello, I'm IBX2Cat and welcome back to another second channel video. Today I'm going to be trying out something a little bit different. That's what this second channel is all about, and I'm going to be talking about the worst card in Hearthstone. I'd say in my opinion, but I think this is almost fact at this point. And the really cool thing about card games, Hearthstone included, is the fact that no individual card is truly awful or truly great by itself. I mean, you look at the best card in the game in isolation and the worst card in the game, and you don't really see too much of a difference. There's just kind of quirky cards and there's basic cards. It's really kind of how it goes down. It's how that card interacts with the other 599 cards to build a deck, and what cards are popular that counter or don't counter it that makes a card really good or really bad. And I think that's really interesting, and that's what makes, I think I clarified that in case the card situation changes and this card becomes good, because right now the worst card in the game, I think easily has to be majordomo, executus. So that's him right over... Yeah, where my hand is right now, this thing. This is majordomo executus, and he's a 9 mana minion. He's got 9 attack, and he's got 7 health. Okay stats. And then he's got the Death Rattle. Replace your hero with Ragnaros the Fire Lord. So, Ragnaros the Fire Lord, if you're wondering, is a powerful hero. He has the hero power, which costs 2 mana to do 8 damage to a random enemy. That's a lot. That means 4 lucky shots to the face and they're dead, even if they're at full health. That means kill pretty much any minion in the game in one hit. And he's sounding amazing so far, right? And then you say, oh, actually, by the way, Ragnaros has 8 health and can die in one hit to a lot of things. And you're like, whoa, repeat that last bit. So, yeah, in this video, I'm going to be explaining why this card's so bad. But first of all, the funny little tagline is, this card is so bad, I think genuinely it could be better by being worse. That's how far down in the pecking order it is, and I'll explain all of that in the video then, shall I? So let's get started with the first reason this card's kind of questionable, and that's to do with the meta right now. The meta is really encouraging fast decks. The faster a deck is, the better it will do. There's a few decks that aren't so fast, but for the most part, if you're playing fast, it's better. And the reason for this is because if you put down the cards and force the enemy to react to them, playing on the reactive isn't good as, being the one initiating. Because if you're initiating, you can play the perfect cards to make your stuff work. If they're reacting and destroying your stuff, they have to make questionable plays to actually make that happen. So they're reacting to what you're doing, and you're like, basically... It means that the lower cost a minion is, the better. And anything past 7 is really, really questionable to play, because by that stage in the game is close to won or close to loss most of the time, and you need something that's going to finish them off or save you. That's really what you need, and this card isn't really either, because if you look at it, he's a 9 cost, which means, by the way, you can only play him at turn 9, or you can wait till turn 10 and play him with a 1-drop, which basically means that this card will take up your entire turn. Even if you have the coin, you can only hero power with this guy. And the reason that is so bad is because, he's got an effect, a Death Rattle, instead of a Battle Cry, which means once you do play this card on turn 9, you want to turn the field of battle, or somehow keep it going. The thing about this card is you don't get to pick when it happens. Your opponent gets to pick when it happens. And given that his Death Rattle is so devastating, it reduces you to 8 health, which 99% of the time is a downgrade. It means that they can, choose to attack him. If you're at 30 health, you lose 22 health. So you can't play this card unless you're somewhere near 8 health anyway. And if you are, then they might not even choose to destroy anyway. Which means you have to make the trade that destroys this minion. And there's not many 9 health minions that you need to trade for. So, there's that. But also, let's talk about the fact that it's got such a kind of questionable distribution of stats. So, again, he's a 9-drop, which, this is about fair for a 9-drop with a, stats effect. If you think about Nefarian, he's an 8 attack, 8 health. If you think about Ysera, it's 4 attack, 12 health. But this is such a bad distribution, because having a high attack doesn't really matter past 7. And in fact, it gets a lot worse past 7, because not only can you, be countered by a bunch of things like Shadow Word, Death, and stuff, but Big Game Hunter starts to hit you at 7, and Big Game Hunter is very popular right now. So if you have this card, Big Game Hunted, and it's dead, and you've got 8 health left. So you can only play this card if you want him to be destroyed, and if you want him to be destroyed, you have to make a really bad trade, and you're not going to be able to get the full 9 thing from him. So you need to find a 7 attack minion that hopefully has 9 or 8 health. And, that doesn't happen. You don't find minions you want to kill like that. And then you've got to be ready to kill them the next thing. Because the other reason that it's so bad to have 8 health is because you don't die from... You don't go down to 4 health, then down to 1 health, then you're dead. You go down because they get an amazing combo which finishes you. That's kind of how the game works. You can go down from 12 health, you can go down from 15 health. There's a lot of combos like that. There's a lot of 30 health combos where even if you're at full health, you can go down like that if they get the right, setup going. And that's why 8 health is so bad, because all they have to do is take this guy out and then have 8 mana worth of attack, which means 2 charge minions. It means, I don't know, like for mage, a fireball and a frostbolt, or even just fireball, and a hero power, and then ping next turn, it's done. There's so many different ways you can kill this, and there's no real way to fix that. Like, you can't have more than 8 health unless you can get armor with this guy, and maybe if you're a warrior, you can armor up fast enough, but even then, you need to really pound on the armor just to avoid being one-hit killed, even if you have the lead. So, this card's really questionable that way. So, to kind of review everything we got so far, he plays at a difficult point in the game. He plays at 9, which requires an amazing card that can really turn the field of battle. Think of Deathwing, it destroys the board. This guy doesn't really do that. Then, you don't get to pick when this happens, your opponent does, or you have to waste a turn making it happen after the fact. So, there's that. Then, the fact that you go down to 8 health, which is almost always a downgrade. Like I said, if they got you down to 5 health, they can finish you instead. If they go down to 7 health, the only thing that would make this card an upgrade, 7 or below, instead of attacking this guy, they can attack your hero. So you have to make the trade and then maybe get like an extra health point in the best case scenario. So you make a bad trade with a questionable minion to get a slight increase on your health, and then you can do 8 damage, which might be enough to finish it, but even then, you want a better card that could do it better. This card just, it doesn't synergize with anything. It reduces you down to a health which is just unreasonable in the current game. There's no way to fix that low health, and on top of that, he's got bad stats if his death route doesn't go off. He's 9/7. It's like a Core Hound, which is one of the worst cards also. 9/5 for 7. You get 2 extra health for 2 extra mana. He doesn't work by himself. He doesn't work with the death rattle most of the time, and he doesn't work with any other card, and he's expensive. It just all stacks against him. So the reason that this card is just so bad is all of that stuff combined, but the thing about it is, if you're winning, by the way, you don't need him. If you're losing, you're going to lose instead of him going off. But the thing that would make him so much better if he was worse, because, he's that level of bad, is because this card is bad enough that if you can get your opponent to have him, then you can do some serious stuff. So let's think of an example. Let's say they have if they have Sylvanas Windrunner, who takes one of your minions at random when she dies, or they have Mind Control Tech in their deck somewhere. Having this on the board will stop them from Mind Control Teching. So if Mind Control Tech got really popular, this card could be really good because you do not want to have this. It's so bad if they stole your 9-cost minion, which took you a whole turn to play. They'd be like, no, the game's lost. And that's why this card needs to be worse to be better. If instead of having 8 health, Ragnaros has 4 health, then it's better. If instead of this guy being a 9/7, he's a 15/1. I think I meant, 15, let's make a more realistic one. Like, he's a 12/4, then that means that he's easy to kill once you get him to their side, and you can get that 8 damage down. That's the only way you can improve this card right now. I mean, obviously, you have to change the entire shape of the game to make him good how he's meant to be, or you can make him worse to make him better. And that's what I love about this card. He's at that level of bad that just, it transcends any other card. Like, even if you think of, if you think of a Magma Rager, you think of something really awful. They just need buffs. This guy needs to be nerfed to be better. And I think that's so perfect. So, let me know what you think of the video in the comments down below. If you play Hearthstone, then I know you probably hate my opinions because I'm probably a casual novice. But if you don't play, I guess you probably play Hearthstone. But let me know how much you play it, and let me know what you thought of the video in the comments. Like it if you liked it. I'm going to take majordomo off the screen now. He's gone now. Share it if you really liked it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Also, second channel. Don't care. Goodbye.